And we have another new coaster announced for 2018. This is going to Sesame Place. This is one of those parks in the SeaWorld chain, not really known for the roller coasters. This is really a kids park, but they are adding their largest coaster yet. This is Oscar's Wacky Taxi. This is a coaster by Gravity Group, around the same size of Wooden Warrior or Rorosaurus. And this looks like a solid ride. I mean, this is a kids park, so a ride like this really is perfect for them because it's not too big, it's not too extreme, but it's still going to provide thrills, and it's enough to get some coaster enthusiasts to this park. Like, I know, speaking for myself, I had absolutely no plans to go to this park. Like, it wasn't even on my radar. I've driven past it several times when I'm coming to and back from Great Adventure. It's in that eastern side of Pennsylvania, but never stopped there because it just never seemed worth it for me. But now, suddenly, there's a decent sized wooden coaster going there. So I think it's great that they're getting this. Running over the stats real quick, we have a drop of 40 feet and a length of 1,200 feet. To put that in perspective, Wooden Warrior has a drop of 36 feet, so actually Oscar's Wacky Taxi is going to have a 4-foot bigger drop, and it has 1,239 feet. So actually, Wooden Warrior has a slightly longer layout. We're talking about a difference of 39 feet. But top speed isn't listed for Oscar's Wacky Taxi, at least that I know of. But I imagine it's going to be somewhere around 35 miles per hour because that is how fast Wooden Warrior goes. So if you've ridden Wooden Warrior, then you probably get a good idea of what this ride is going to be like. I thought Wooden Warrior was a solid roller coaster. It's a fun little ride, nothing too extreme, but it is re-rideable. And that's what this coaster is going to be. Gravity Group does some smooth rides, packs in the thrills, even if it may not be all that impressive in size. I mean, literally, look at this layout. The majority of it is all airtime moments. Like, I think that's totally awesome. And if I might add, as far as I know, this is the first Gravity Group coaster going to a SeaWorld park. The rest have been GCI's, Quasi, Invader, and neither of the SeaWorld parks have any wooden coasters. So as far as I know, this is the first time that the company's working with Gravity Group, which I think that's totally awesome. So maybe long term, if it works out, we'll see another Gravity Group coaster at maybe one of the SeaWorld parks. I could totally see one at SeaWorld San Antonio. So I'm really curious to see how well this coaster ends up doing. I mean, I think that the layout looks solid, but really you can't truly judge a coaster until you go out and ride it. And oftentimes, even looking at the POVs of the ride, once it's built, you can see, well, maybe it looks better, maybe it doesn't look as good. But just judging by the animation, I think that they've got a great coaster on their hands. I think it's exactly what the park needed. And if you're like me, the park was never on my radar, but now suddenly it is. And if I might add, this also continues SeaWorld's pattern of doing 2 coasters in the chain each year. So next year it's going to be Oscar's Wacky Taxi and Electric Eel. This year it was Invader and Wavebreaker the Rescue Coaster. Last year it was Mako and Cobra's Curse. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep up that pattern for the next couple years. And something else that I wanted to add is that this is not a true wooden coaster. This is actually a hybrid. The structure is steel. So you look at Invader at Busch Gardens, that's the last wooden coaster that the SeaWorld company did. This will kind of be along the same lines, which I don't see any problem for that. It actually means less maintenance has to be done each year because you don't have to replace as much wood because you have the steel. Now, the time frame is said that this coaster will open sometime in the spring. It's not really specified when, but I trust that they'll make that deadline. So I'm curious to see if anyone is going to go out and try and ride this thing next year. Post about it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the ride. And of course, stay tuned for more coaster analyses. I'll have more coming the next time a major coaster is announced. And of course, you can check out a full playlist with the other coaster analyses that I've done. So give that a watch. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you guys later.